World order. Hello, everyone.
Oh, looks like it's online.
No! Well, I give up.
Come the fuck on, dude! This is fucking stupid!
Thanks for the money.
You fucking worthless humans.
Nope, done. Nope, fuck you.
Why would toxic?
Fuck you, Nintendo. You didn't do jack shit. You created the software, but I put in the skill. This is not all you. You don't get all the fucking revenue if there's an ad on that video when I upload it. Who the fuck are you to say that you own me? And that's literally what Nintendo is saying. We own you. We own you because you touched a piece of our software. Fuck them. Seriously. Like, I don't see why people don't suddenly just fucking unplug their Wii U's and put them in the fucking trash can. Because that's really, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Unplug it. You don't even deserve my fucking electricity. You don't. Yeah? You fucking own me? Fuck you. Because that's where it fucking belongs, in the fucking trash. When a company tells you that they're more important than you and they own you, that's what you fucking do with them. Fuck the Wii U and fuck Nintendo. That thing doesn't deserve to get a fucking volt of my electricity right now because Nintendo is a bunch of fucking assholes. So fuck you, Nintendo. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You need to grow the fuck up and understand that your entire fucking fan base, you just screwed them, and they literally are just gonna fucking do this. Who's gonna buy a Nintendo game now when you basically said we own our customers? Oh. Okay, well, I've raved and I've ranted and I've now got it off my chest. It's uncertain whether or not I'll ever fucking play another game on this fucking thing. The bottom line, though, is it's not going to affect me too much anyway, considering there's nothing fucking coming out for it that I would want to play. What game is coming out for this stupid piece of shit that's about to be outdated in a few months anyway? You know what I mean? What a waste of time and money to buy a fucking Wii U now. Assholes.
Somebody call the ambulance.
If Nintendo does not clear it up and all Nintendo videos are claimed from now on, I will not be doing any more Nintendo content. In fact, if they do make a definitive statement, I swear to God, I will smash my Wii U on camera and defecate on it. I will. That's right. Because that's what I think of them. If that's the attitude they're going to take to this community who basically advertised their games for free for years and made them famous, now they're going to shit on us? No. I'm going to shit on you. That's my attitude. Alright? Nintendo can go fuck themselves right up their fucking stupid assholes because I fucking hate them at this point. So from now on, no Nintendo footage until the Content ID thing gets cleared up. If it never gets cleared up, no more Nintendo footage, period. People who only or primarily play Nintendo games, they're now fucked because Nintendo's greedy. So fuck Nintendo.
What a 42-carat plonker you really are!
Basically decided to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do at the end of the 1990s into the 2000s, completely ignoring technological shifts, ignoring what the gamers told them they were looking for, and Nintendo went for a series of stupid gimmicks. Sometimes it worked, like the Nintendo Wii and the Nintendo 3DS, and sometimes it didn't work. For example, the Nintendo GameCube didn't sell as big as Nintendo wanted it to, and more recently, the Nintendo Wii U is a fucking huge goddamn flop. Nintendo is losing millions upon millions of dollars every single year, and yes, they have enough surplus money that they won't go out of business, but they can't continuously bleed money. That means they would have to downsize, they would have to lay people off, they would have to restructure their company, and they don't want to have to do that. So what Nintendo is doing is called a desperate cash grab. It's called, well, there were these things out there that we ignored earlier when we were fist over fist, hand over fist making money. Now we're not doing it anymore, so rape the gamers. And I'm sorry to say that. That's real. I really feel it is. Let's blindside these fucking poor people who are the people who, by the way, are directly supporting Nintendo by buying Nintendo content, playing it, and giving free advertisement for it on the internet. They're some of the few people who actually bought a fucking Wii U and are playing it actively. Nintendo saying, fuck you to you. I'm taking your money. Tough shit. It's bullshit. It's incredible corporate greed. It's called the upper levels of Nintendo management, including, yes, I'm going to point the finger straight at fucking Iwata, who is the reason, the creative reason why that company is in the fucking toilet right now. Ever since he took over, the company went, woo! Except for the luck that was the fucking Wii, which is incredible luck and a fluke, okay?
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Basically saying, I don't give a fuck about our customer base. It's all about money in the bottom line. And right now, we're pissing away money, so we need to save face and we need to make money again. Let's steal the money from the gamers. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. They have no fucking right to do it. It's disrespectful to the people who have been the dedicated fans of Nintendo since day one. Now, the sick part about all this, they're Nintendo fanboys. Oh, I don't care. Nintendo can do whatever they want because I'm such a fucking dumbass fucking fanboy. I don't care. I always kiss Nintendo's ass no matter what they do.
This guy is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know. Nintendo used to be the giant. Nintendo used to be, when you went to E3, they were primarily what you were there for. Because they were the #1 game developer, the top dog. They had all the killer franchises. Everyone wanted a Nintendo. Nintendo was synonymous with video games. People actually just called everything a Nintendo game, even though it wasn't always for Nintendo. That's how popular Nintendo was. Now Nintendo has fallen so far, they don't have anything to fucking show at E3, so they don't go. Wow. 2 years in a row where Nintendo is not attending E3. So, what has Nintendo decided to do? Nintendo has decided that in lieu of not going to E3, last year what they did, they had their own Nintendo Live press conference on the internet, where all they did was announce all the games for Wii U that you probably already knew were coming out, like the Donkey Kong game and, you know, Mario, all the games you knew were going to be coming out because they're first-party franchises. They announced them last year. That was all it was. And people were like, this is what Nintendo has to offer E3. This sucks. This year, guess what Nintendo is doing? They have decided to partner with Best Buy. They will be renting out some kind of a convention center, and they're going to be doing an invitational-only specialty Smash Brothers tournament. Now, the game that's going to be there is the new Smash Brothers. So they're inviting, apparently, from what I'm to understand, and I don't know because I'm not too much into the Smash community, but apparently Nintendo is going to invite 16 of the top-ranked Smash Brothers players from around the country, the world, I don't know, but they're going to invite them and have them play in a 16-man tournament in a game they've never played before, and that's how they're celebrating E3. That's definitely going to sell games, isn't it? Oh my God, if you could be any stupider. How could you think that's what people want? Now let me get this straight. You're advertising a game to the people. You advertise it by having an inclusive event where only 16 people can play the game? Why not have an open invitational, anyone can attend, come, gotta pay an entry fee, sure, but come and it's the big Nintendo launch tournament where anyone can come and celebrate the launch of our great new Smash game. No, invitational only. So immediately the whole event is elitist because they handpick who they think are the best players. What the fuck? Like, really? Really? That's all Nintendo's doing. So you're gonna get this straight. No presence at E3, no special, big announcements looming, nothing. How are they going to sell games? How are they going to sell the Wii U when you have no news and you're not working on anything? It boggles the mind. We still don't have a release date for Bayonetta. We still don't have a release date for X. Well, what was the other one? There's a third game. Oh, we don't have a release date for Smash Brothers. We don't even have that. Please give us the release date. My God, give us the effing release date for Smash Brothers at E3, or at least E3 week when you're having this event. Please do something. Because, I'm desperate at this point. I just, seriously, like, I'm just so upset that Nintendo is tanking everything. What are they doing, right? What are they doing? How can you be more out of touch with your customer base? I don't know. No, they couldn't. If EA fucking pulled this, if 2K Games pulled this, if any of these publishers, Ubisoft, oh, they're evil publishers and they mistreat their devs. And by the way, I'm not saying that they don't, because in a lot of cases we've seen clear evidence they do. But if they tried to pull a game like this at launch, that they're only doing that two game modes, 5 maps, we'd be up in arms. We'd be slamming our fucking controllers down. We'd be fucking trying to burn the building down. But because it's Nintendo, oh. Well, Nintendo is creative, and we give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt in all things because they're a magical company, and they, again, video games at one point were synonymous with Nintendo, and I'm sorry, but Nintendo fanboys are the most hardcore fucking fanboys on the planet Earth. They will defend Nintendo no matter what wrongs they do, right? They will defend Nintendo. Nintendo tomorrow, Iwata could come out and say, please understand, fuck you. We don't like customer. Suck our big Japanese cocks. And the fanboys would come out and say, oh, that's great. We love sucking Japanese cocks. And they'd find ways to justify it because that's how they're that ingrained in this Nintendo culture that Nintendo can do no wrong.
Is this supposed to be played for laughs? Is the fact that the
Dark Side Phil
do nothing of anything worth supposed to be funny? Well, I'm not laughing. It isn't humorous. It's fucking annoying.
So this is a dangerous business model, and I hope that people don't fall for it, although in Japan, it's already like the best seller in Japan, the second best game of the month or something like that, and people fall for it, because again, Nintendo, it's Nintendo, forgive Nintendo, buy Nintendo, Nintendo, instead of thinking with their fucking noodles.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
The planets aligned and are telling me don't do Project 7 now. And so, what I want to tell you in this video, now that I'm sure everyone has thumbed it down, right? It's like 4 million thumbs down. 4 million thumbs down. A few things. Number one, this does not mean that I am never doing Project 7. It just means that as of right now, I'm officially announcing I'm not doing it right now. It doesn't make sense, all right? I will possibly, in the future, if I do have a turnaround and I'm not in this much debt and I can get a better camera and I can work on these things a lot better, I'll work on Project 7. But I would rather put out something that's nicely produced and is a good quality thing rather than a turd. Okay? And a rushed turd at that. That's number one. So Project 7 is not going to happen now, but it doesn't mean it's never going to happen. It just means not right now. Number two, what that means is that the days in August that I had said I was taking away from streaming are now rescinded. As of today, as you saw, I streamed today, so that was rescinded. Next Friday, the 21st, I'm going to be working. I'm going to be doing 1 to 2 gameplay streams, and it's going to probably be the continuation of what I'm doing, or maybe it might be a good opportunity to say that'll be the day that I return to Splatoon. And I do a big stream of Splatoon, and I do my follow-up on Splatoon, okay? So there will be no more days of August where I'm not streaming. I'm going to be streaming every day daily, whether it's continuing playthroughs or new things that I wasn't going to do. I can now do them, stuff like that. I'm doing that, okay? So I am going to rejuggle the schedule around, and I'll have more information about that for you shortly. Number 3, Patreon, because it was kind of tied to Project 7, obviously now is going to change. And I want you to understand that I am very deeply sorry that I was not able to put together a Project 7 product for you. I know that it was a goal for the month of August for me to take all this time off to work on Project 7. And I also know that for patrons who pledged a certain amount of money, it was one of your perk levels that you possibly could be a part of Project 7 or another project. Right now, I'm going to be honest with everyone. At this point, I'm taking the Project 7 thing off the table. I didn't have to buy an amiibo like a couple weeks ago when I bought Zelda Twilight Princess HD, and the only way you could buy this game physically was to buy the Amiibo combo pack, right? Where you pay 10 extra bucks to get the Amiibo from it. And, you know, I'm stuck now with this figurine that I'm never going to use for anything. It just sits around. Now, some people have said, well, maybe you should use that Amiibo, because if you do, you'll get, like, credits. You'll get, like, some maybe in-game currency or credits or outfits. Sometimes you get costumes and stuff. I don't know, do you? Is it worth it? Because my Amiibo from Twilight Princess is still in the packaging. I have not opened it. Oh, look, an Amiibo. Alright, let's go play some games. No! Well, I give up. That's it. Fuck this. I'm done. I'm not replaying the whole stage. Fuck this. Nope, done. I'm not replaying the whole stage from the beginning. I'm not doing it. This game. Nope. Fuck you. Fuck you, Nintendo. And I mean that sincerely. You've made a game with terrible controls, with archaic game mechanics like no checkpoints unless you have extra lives. I'm not doing your whole stage from the beginning. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you, Nintendo. And I mean that sincerely. This game is a ripoff. This game is not anywhere near a completed game. No one who actually likes video games tested this fucking game. The controls are fucking hot garbage. There's no way you could actually dodge half that shit. It's just spamming of bullshit. It's terrible. Fuck this game. Yep, that's it, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm out of time. I don't have time to replay the entire fucking stage again. I don't have time to do it from the beginning. It takes 15 to 20 minutes to get to the final part of the game to begin with. So I cannot beat the game tonight. I wanted to, and I have all this optional stuff to do. I have to go back, and there's the fight again with Star Wolf. If I could do it in a certain time frame, I unlock a whole bunch of other stages. But this is fucking terrible bullshit. Absolutely terrible. I hate to say it, the actual original fight in the first Star Fox, even as hard as it was less tedious as this, because you didn't have to redo so much. This is shit. This is absolute shit. And, I'm done playing for tonight, so I guess I'm gonna have to play it again, which, you know, it's gonna be Sunday. It was gonna be my second stream for this, so I guess Sunday I'm gonna try to fight this fucking boss again from the start of the fucking stage. Which is incredibly fucking lame, and so lame. Oh, fuck this. I'm done for the night, guys.
Get the fuck out of here!
The Switch is a portable console. It is not a home gaming console whatsoever. It is the next evolution of the 3DS. Nintendo might not want to mention it, and they want to market it like a home console. It is not. What the Switch is literally Nintendo throwing in the towel. We're taking the towel. Forget it. We realize we can't compete anymore with these other guys who are making these consoles at home. They're not trying to compete with graphics anymore. They're not trying to compete with the lineups of games that they're putting out anymore. They're just throwing in the towel, and they're saying, we're just going to make handhelds, all right? Now, the Switch can be a home system, but it's a downgrade from any of the systems that you have right now, especially because people were so nuts. We heard that the Switch is going to run with graphics better than all the modern consoles. Then what's it going to be priced at? $800? No, of course not. Or else no one's going to fucking buy the thing. And Nintendo would never price a new console that high because they know their market share is for the more casual gaming audience who are just fans of Nintendo games. No one's going to go out and spend $800 on a Nintendo console just to play the exclusive first-party games besides the most hardcore of fans. So they're going to release a console. It's probably, of the rumors right now, is that's going to be between $250 to $300. It's going to have terrible graphics compared to all the other consoles are doing. It is going to be, just face it. I mean, seriously, even the most hardcore Nintendo fanboys at this point need to start realizing reality. They're not trying to compete anymore. They just realize they have a market share, a market base, and they're not trying to compete sales-wise or anything with the other consoles anymore. They're not. This console is the proof of it. No one asked for a console that's a home console that you can attach these fucking sides to it and take it away as like a tablet gaming system with you. We already have our fucking smartphones right here. I have that. I don't need to add fucking thumbsticks to the side of my smartphone to play Nintendo games, and I'm not asking for that. No market is asking for that. It's just they decide to do whatever they want, and they realize they have a rabid fan base that will buy whatever the fuck they put out there, regardless if they're not making sales numbers like they used to. They're still making enough money, obviously, to keep afloat, mostly because people ran out and bought Amiibos for 2 years like morons, so now they can do whatever they want. And once again, they're making a gaming console that's not as powerful, it's not going to be as good, it's not going to have the features of the other consoles, and we're just going to have to realize that's it. That's the reality for Nintendo at this point, okay?
Fuck off you fat useless sack of fucking Yankee danky doodle shite.
Okay, everyone, welcome.
Hello, how you doing?
This is my setup video for the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. What I'm going to attempt to do is make room for it here. I don't know where I'm going to put it, because as you can see, this is my entertainment center, and I don't really have like space to have a dock to put the thing in. Maybe what I'll have to do is down here move my Xbox One and put it up a shelf possibly to replace it where the Wii U was. And then maybe I'll put it on the bottom so I could put it up into it if I need to. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing here. But first, I need to get rid of all the shit from the Wii U that I'm never going to use. So, this giant monstrosity of a fucking thing, this power block from the Wii U needs to go. There's a Where's up there? There you go. That's an later. Right. I'm going to look around. Snatch down there. There's also a bar. There's some blue, which is hard. I can move. Right. There's also a oh, sorry. This is. Oh, sorry. This is working after. And you have to on the Wii U. Again. When I have the wires in, I'll fucking you. It's faster than this. Yeah, the wires in the wire on you. I'm doing the same thing as this. What if I got it right? Let's go. I guess we're trying to move that old shit. I didn't know that. Slash, this one. Because the more engagement I need to be, I have my first time fucked up. I will have my first time fucked up. So right now, I will focus. I think that's the hospital. That's the only option. Okay. Cool. So fuck. I'm still that shit. Now I pull. I can back to the back to this. This is back to the okay. This is okay. Now shower. My fucks. Like that's right here. Okay. There's no audio. Aha. Alright, I'm back. This is how you do everything on the fly. There was no way to plan for that because I didn't know how it was going to go. Alright? So, it's going now. Now, I gotta go grab the thing because they're going to make me hold it in order to do the setup, right? So I actually have to go physically pick it up. They're telling me to take it out of the dock or whatever and do this.
346 minutes later.
There's only a oh boy. I don't want face. I wish short face. Oh, yeah, sure. Yes. Roast cheese. Oh, look. Ah. So it's not important, though. What's this? Oh, one on face. There we go. Refill. That was good. That's the right last time. Oh, that's your phone. That's right. I hear fucking. What's your actually? That's me. Where's that? Here. Here. What? Oh, okay. Oh, that's the part. You have to go. What's your type of beers? It's not good. It's not like an image right now. What the fuck? It's over right. It's over right. It's over right. Oh, here. What are you saying? Here. Short shot. Short shot. What? Right there. That's not a sheet. I'm trying to sheet. There. Come on. There. There's my needle. There's my needle. There's that. There we go. Great. Nice. Oh, my God. Go right there. That's it. Use the little button. Move right those hands. Hold on. There we go. Now we're yeah. Now I'm dying. Absolutely perfect. Come on. Okay. So leave my knee. Because it was very important for me to make a me in order to get my amiibo in here. Freak Show. Hi, Freak Show. Hi, Freak Show. There. Select the owner of this amiibo. Freak Show gets the amiibo. There you go. Enter a name for this amiibo. This Wolf Link. Wolf Link. The only amiibo I'll ever own. There it is. Beautiful. Oh, look, an amiibo. Alright, let's go play some games. Sleep mode. Auto sleep playing on console screen 10 minutes. I don't want sleep mode. I want to leave it on. Auto sleep when connected to the TV. Never. I don't want it to go on sleep mode. I want it on. There you go.
24 hours later.
Well, ladies and gents, can you believe this? Not a very good situation I'm in right now. Today is Saturday, March 4th. So last night, I live streamed the unboxing and the setup of my Switch, and you saw me mess around with the console and boot it up for the first time and do the system update and, you know, do everything. And that was great. That was fun. It was interactive. Everyone was having a good time, right? I had a good time with it, and I was looking forward to playing Zelda today. So I come into the office. Now, here's what happened last night. I said I need this to charge overnight. So I took my Nintendo Switch. Here it is. I put it into the dock. Alright. It popped up on screen, right? And it said, you know, what do you want to do? What are your options or whatever? And all I did is I simply pushed the power button. And the Switch turned off. And that was that. And I left it like that overnight. Okay? Thinking it's in the dock. It's plugged into the dock. I turned it off. It's gonna, you know, charge or whatever overnight. So that's how I left it. Woke up today, obviously, getting ready for the stream, and I said, okay, let me get it going. So I go over to the Switch, I push the power button, it was in the dock, push the power button, nothing's happening. Okay, I'll hold down the power button. So I held down the power button for a while. Nothing, okay, this is not a good sign. So I lifted the Switch out of the dock, okay, and I put it back in, and what I noticed is there's a green light that lights up on the dock when this is plugged in. It turned on and immediately flickered off. I was like, that doesn't seem right. And that's what happens every time I take the Switch out and put it back into the dock. The green light on the dock goes blip and then goes away. A momentary just blip flash, okay?
Many tic-tacs later.
They said the only thing you can do is submit a repair request. Now, for those who have ever gone through repair requests with a console manufacturer, you're talking upwards of 2 months. I'm not even kidding you. It takes about 2 months. Because what's going to happen is it'll create a repair ticket. The repair ticket will say, okay, here's where you have to mail it, or you could bring it somewhere, right, to submit it for repair. They have to put it into their system. It goes into this queue, and then they have to repair it, and then you usually get a refurbished unit back within 2 months or so, all right? I know, because I've been through this with Xbox, all right? So with Xbox, it took forever. Remember the Red Ring of Death? I'm not kidding you, I think I had 5 Red Ring of Death consoles with the Xbox 360. So that's not an option, especially if it's something I want to do right away, right? Now, if I want to play Zelda anytime soon, I can't do it. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit around for 2 months. I have no option to go buy another console. I don't have $300+ to go buy another Switch. I just don't. I don't have $300 more to just drop out of nowhere. So I'm not buying a second Switch in the hopes that the second one will fucking work. So more than likely what I'm going to do is tomorrow is my day off. Tomorrow I'm actually taking a day off. I think I'm going to go to Best Buy. I've got the receipt over there. I'm going to bring them this. And I'm going to hope that they'll take it as a return. The thing is, the Switch is a hot new console. So Best Buy might not have any in stock. So I may only be able to get a store credit. In which case, oh well, if I can't get a new Switch, I can't get a new Switch. And that means I'm not playing Zelda. I know how stupid that sounds because it's such a dumb issue, but this is garbage. This is complete fucking unacceptable garbage from Nintendo.
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
This sucks is what it did. It really sucks. I wanted to play Zelda today. Everyone's playing Zelda. Everyone gets to play Zelda this weekend, but not me. Who doesn't get to play Zelda? This guy. Because I got fucked by Nintendo again. Fuck Nintendo, man. I don't know anymore. This company, I have lost all confidence. I have lost 100% confidence in Nintendo. Seriously, at this point, this is the biggest joke ever. I don't know what is. They just have no concept of what their customers want. They do whatever they want. They don't listen to feedback. Okay. And now War Dog has earned himself a ban because it's obvious either he's a troll or he's just someone who is just going to be here to derail everything and tough shit. Goodbye. Goodbye. Moron. I can't take it, so, alright, so I'm having a bad time, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to purposely find someone else's stream just to say how I'm having a worse time than them, but I'm doing better. Get the fuck out of here. Because I'm a whiny baby. I'm not a mature adult.
1 semester later.
Let me explain what happened. As you know, if you've been following me, you know that my Nintendo Switch bricked. It does not work. It did not work at all. After charging overnight on Friday night, I wanted to play Zelda on Saturday, and it didn't work because it was a piece of broken garbage. Okay? I brought it to Best Buy. Here's the deal. Here's exactly what happened. Sadly, number one, they had to set me up with the Geek Squad tech guys. They had the head Geek Squad guy come over, and he says, well, I have a Switch. I got it from Pier. He said, but luckily, I was lucky. I didn't get any tech issues. So sadly, I don't even know how to troubleshoot this thing because it's new. And he tried, he tried the standard thing that everyone says online, the thing that we did on camera on Saturday. He tried to hold down the power button and all that. That didn't work. So then he said, well, maybe it's just the power cord. Let me go get a different USB-C charger cable. So he did. He plugged it in. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. So sadly, the deal is, it was not the power cable, it was not the dock, it was the Switch itself, the Switch itself, that was screwed up. That is bricked. Okay? So he's like, well, here's the options you have. He says, basically, I can't get you another one. We don't have one. Duh, no one has one. And he searched stock. He's like, no one has one in Washington State. They're all sold out because Nintendo didn't ship enough, like usual. They created artificial demand by not shipping enough for the demand that they knew would be out there. They do this every time they have a console launch to create artificial demand on their own products. So he says, the thing is, I can't promise you when we're going to get one. He said he even talked to, his inventory team. He talked to the head of his inventory team. And he said that they've been advised by Best Buy that they're not allowed to hold any. So even though my situation sucks and I got a bricked one, there's no way they could hold one for me so that I could come and get one this week if they get another shipment this week or whatever. And he said there's even no guarantee. It might not even show up this week. It might not be for 2 or 3 weeks till they get more. So he says, really, that's kind of a shitty situation. If you're really wanting to play Zelda, you're going to be waiting around for a long time, and there's no guarantee you're even going to get one. Okay.
It is starting to get very annoying.
And then I just fucking returned the fucking Switch. I said, I don't even want to deal with this piece of shit. The only reason I bought it was for Zelda. There's literally no games coming out for this thing that I want until maybe the fall, whenever Mario Odyssey comes out. That's the next game I want for it. So whatever it is, whenever that happens, right, then I'll come and fucking worry about buying another Switch. By then there'll probably be tons of stock everywhere because no one will fucking want it because they'll realize there's no games for it. I myself am a TAHXIC game player. Okay. Everything he does goes through everything I do, so just kill me. So just kill me. And he kept the same hands, so now I'm not going to be able to hit him. Dude, these gloves don't even hurt him at all. There's no way to win this unless you fucking know exactly how to cheese it out. This is so shitty. This is so fucking shitty. What's going on? I wasn't doing that. Trying to jump and dodge it, it's not working, and I get comboed. Wow, he got hit and it didn't stop him. He still advanced. This fucking sucks. I don't ever have a chance to attack. Dodging! Wow, he can reach full screen, but I can't. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Wow. The attack goes far right when I'm clicking left. Enough. It sucks. It's not fair. It's not fun. It cheats. The controls don't work. It's like every possible fucked up thing. Like, why the fuck would I want to keep playing that? It's the complete unfun version of any game is a game that reads your inputs and the controls suck. And that's a combination of both. And it sucks. The game fucking sucks.
Get the fuck out of here!
So, I don't know. Should I get Splatoon 2? That's the question. If I get... Now, here's the thing, and here's what the difference is between now and 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when Splatoon 1 was released, I was under a managed partnership. I could actually make revenue on Nintendo videos. I can't do that anymore, all right? So, if I play this game, this first-party Nintendo game, I'm going to make $0 on YouTube from it. Which means those days and sessions that I'm playing Splatoon 2 on Twitch, I need to see people really step up and say, wow, thank you, Phil, so much for playing Nintendo games and showing us this stuff. We really wanted to see it. Here's some tips. Here's a sub. Here's some sub bits. I need that. If I don't get that, that means I cannot continue to play first-party Nintendo games. Now, I'll be honest here. With both Zelda Breath of the Wild and for the 2 days that I played ARMS, people did come out in droves. And they did actually do that. They came out and they tipped and they subbed and everything. And even some people during ARMS were like, this kind of sucks, but I like the fact that Phil was playing first-party Nintendo games, even though this one isn't my cup of tea. And I appreciated that, and that's why I did cover that release, all right? If I get a response this week and people are like, Phil, yes, please play Splatoon 2. We'll be there. We'll support you. Even if the game isn't good or if the game ends up being boring for the common viewer, we'll still be there to support you. I'll buy it. I'll play it at least for a couple days. I'll cover it this weekend.
One debt to society later.
Some people already have asked me today, why aren't I playing Splatoon 2? Even though I've explained it all week why I'm not playing Splatoon 2. It's pretty simple. Number one, because it's not really a sequel. It's pretty much the same game with a few tweaks. Obviously, the maps are different. But at its core, it's the same game. The same kind of deal. It's just a ton of multiplayer. Apparently, they've improved the campaign, which no one cares about, because no one cared about the campaign in Splatoon 1. Everyone just cared about jumping into the multiplayer. It's got the same absolutely terrible game design decisions as the first game, including only being able to play a couple maps during a set period of hours of gameplay. They did that to pad the game artificially to make it look like there was more content than there was in it. All right? It's just, again, it's another situation where people who are huge fans of Nintendo are kissing the game's butt when in reality there's not that much to the game. There's just not. It's a repetitive multiplayer shooter. It's meant to be addictive, so you'll keep playing. So there's some kind of a competitive shooter on the Switch, since multi-platform games are not being ported to it. I'm not playing it. I wasn't going to run out and spend $60 and then spend all weekend playing this game that I know was going to fizzle out within a session. I know it was, because that's exactly what happened with Splatoon 1, all right? I knew it, and that's the thing. People don't seem to realize I have already a frame of reference. It'd be one thing if, all right, if this was the original Splatoon was just launching right now, and I was going to give it a shot, then I would say, okay, I'll give it a shot. It's a new game, it's a new IP or whatever. This is the sequel. It's the same. We already know what it is. No one cared about the first game outside of hardcore fanboys of Nintendo, and no one's going to care about this one.
Lies! Fucking lies!
Yes, done.
That pretty soon, I mean, right now, I'm playing Destiny 2, I'm playing Knack 2, I'm playing Marvel vs. Capcom Rabbids. Eventually, I'm going to get back to Yakuza Kiwami, although that's pretty much on indefinite hold at this point. And the patrons are currently voting for the Patron's Choice playthrough. And I'm going to be honest here, people never listen to me. Everyone seemed to have voted for Super Mario Sunshine. I don't know why. Because I literally said in the poll, I said, listen, you guys nominated Super Mario Sunshine. I understand that, but you have to understand something. I'm playing Mario plus Rabbids now. At the end of October, I'll be playing Mario Odyssey. So maybe right now is not a good idea for Super Mario Sunshine, especially considering I may not finish the game in time for Mario Odyssey, and you'll have two Mario games overlapping, and it would be really not make any sense. Yeah, everyone still voted for Super Mario Sunshine. Like, they don't read me at all. I swear no one listens to me. No one listens to me. I'm going to start playing Super Mario Sunshine. Everyone will be hyped for like a day or two. Then, as usual, with every Nintendo game, the interest will trail off. Yet I'll be stuck playing this long-ass Nintendo game that I can't even monetize because Nintendo steals all the ad revenue. It's going to be the stupidest thing ever. I totally understand that people might want to see a game that's good, but why would you want it right before another game in the same franchise that's good and during a playthrough of the same character? Now, Majin Buu, I'm sorry, he says, Phil literally is not thinking in the gamer's mindset. He's thinking like a businessman. No, I am. I'm thinking of a viewer's mindset. If you're a viewer, do you want to see Mario plus Rabbids, then Mario Sunshine, then see Mario Sunshine go on hold for Mario Odyssey, only to hope that eventually I'll get back to Mario Sunshine? Or would you like to see one good Mario game now, and then have maybe a couple months away from Mario, and then go back to Mario later when it makes sense? You're not going to want it. You're going to lose so much interest seeing Mario. It's like watching the Super Mario Brothers movie. You got Mario, and you got Luigi Mario. It's too much goddamn Mario. We've got some interesting developments and results that I want to share with all of you, because very shortly, once I start wrapping up these new releases that I'm handling right now, I'm going to be starting up with a Patron's Choice playthrough. The patrons from the month of July, actually, have been nominating and voting on games that are going to be the next Patron's Choice playthrough. This is going to be the game that's balanced to be played in along all the new releases. So I'll be playing new releases, and when, let's say there's a day, I don't have a new release to play, or maybe I'll put the new release on first stream and I'm going to do something different on my second stream, okay? So if I were to play Mario Sunshine now, it would be Mario Overload. And let's face it, let's all be real here. It's cool to have some of a good thing. It's not good to have too much of a good thing. Because when you have too much of a good thing, you get what's called burnout, right? Playing three back-to-back-to-back Mario games was not going to work. It was just not going to work at all. People were going to get pissed off and bored and say, why is Phil playing so much of this? Just like earlier this year, if you remember, there was a Patron's Choice playthrough of Danganronpa 1, and then immediately following it, the patrons picked Danganronpa 2, to which I said, I don't think this is a good idea, and I was correct, because if you guys didn't notice, when I played Danganronpa 2, the attendance on the streams, as well as the viewership on YouTube, was way down. So, I appealed to my patrons, and I said, listen, I really don't think it's going to make sense for you guys to vote for Super Mario Sunshine now. In addition to just the concerns that 3 Mario games back-to-back don't make sense. Also, if you guys aren't aware, this is actually the best time right now to be putting out videos on YouTube, starting right now and through December, because this is the big advertisement-heavy season. This is the time when most YouTubers go gung-ho into YouTube, because they know if they put out videos now, they're going to make the most amount of money. For me, being real here, real talk with all of you, this is one of the most important times of the year, because whatever videos I put out now make a big lump of income for me that then allows me to survive through the slower months of early the next year. However, if I play Mario Sunshine, if you guys aren't aware, I can't monetize it on YouTube. Why? Because Nintendo claims all first-party Nintendo videos on YouTube. Now, the thing is, I could have made the decision and said, alright, well, now I'm banning Mario Sunshine from the running completely. And you know what would have happened if I did that? Here's what would have happened. Massive backlash, because the patrons would have said, but that was the game we nominated the most, and you're banning it? That's not fair, right? So, what I did is I made a poll based on the nominations. I did a compromise with everybody, okay? Mario Sunshine's going to win the poll, alright? But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what came in second place. Whatever gets second place is going to be the Patron's Choice playthrough for now. Meaning, like I said, once I start wrapping up these new releases that I'm playing right now, when we get a little bit of downtime, it's going to be whatever gets second place in the poll will be the Patron's Choice playthrough. That way, I can play it, I can monetize it, it's not another Mario game that'll burn everyone out from watching it, and it'll be a fun playthrough for the now. I am agreeing that because of this extenuating circumstances, that Super Mario Sunshine will be played. However, it will be played at a later date. More than likely, it's going to be in January, when we have tons of downtime. Typically, January is one of these very, very slow gameplay months. So I'm making this commitment so that it's a win-win for everyone. We get a fun Patriots Choice playthrough now that I can actually monetize and doesn't burn everybody out. And then, come January, I play Super Mario Sunshine, which it seems a lot of people want to see. Riggers 1 did a 10-bit share and says, if you're playing Metal Gear Solid in January, when is Sunshine? I've been looking forward to that since October. Well, the bottom line is, I just played 2 Mario games. I just played Mario plus Rabbids, right? Kingdom Battle. That went through August and all through September. And then immediately in October, I started playing Super Mario Odyssey. And that was played for another full month. I'm being real with you. No, I'm not playing Sunshine right now. It just can't happen. I just did an entire month where I did a playthrough that was like 25 to 30 hours long. And I made no money on it on YouTube. Sorry, you know, it is going to happen. I've promised you guys, yes, the Sunshine playthrough is going to happen. Absolutely. It's just not going to happen, until I get to a position where I can afford to do another playthrough that I'm not going to get paid for, all right? I can't. I need to be making money to pay these bills, or else I can't even be here anymore to stream. And the bottom line is, you can expect to, I will preface this immediately, folks. You will hear people in the next month saying that Phil is not playing Super Mario Sunshine. He's not fulfilling his promises to the patrons. He's done it again. He's stealing money. And these people are pieces of human shit. These people don't care if I'm playing Sunshine or not. These people are just people who are assholes who want to spin everything they basically can to say that I'm a bad human and I'm a thief. And the usual people who make shit up. I superbly promise to you that I'm going to be playing Super Mario Sunshine. When we were doing all this back in, September, and people were picking games for Patron's Choice and all of that, and all this was happening, that was when I got the news about these taxes. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? And I didn't reveal it until early October. But, yeah, when I said, I'm going to play Sunshine next year, right? Which is what I said. I said more than likely January. Never promised January, but I said more than likely January. That was of the understanding that everything was going to remain the same. Well, guess what? Things have changed, okay? But it's not going to happen right now. And here we go. Fuck all these idiots. I'm literally banning every piece of shit who's in the stream chat who's just there to talk shit. You're gone. Because that's all I know who these people fucking are. And they were waiting the entire pre-stream for me to answer this question to try to spin it negative. That's something that I did wrong. Fuck you. No, really. Fuck you. And I mean that. Fuck you. You fucking pieces of shit. You're only here to make me look bad. Go ahead. Run off and make your fucking bullshit videos that are completely factually incorrect. I never promised I was playing Sunshine in January. So I'm making this commitment so that it's a win-win for everyone. We get a fun Patriots Choice playthrough now that I can actually monetize and doesn't burn everybody out. And then, come January, I play Super Mario Sunshine, which it seems a lot of people want to see. Alright? I need to keep my fucking house. So, fuck you. Alright? Go to hell. Get the fuck out. And, I need to continue doing what I'm doing right now. Right now, I really need to focus on putting out quality stuff for you guys, being entertaining, raising funds, and keeping my house. And then when all that's settled, then I can play Super Mario Sunshine. I'll play through that Nintendo will claim all my ad revenue on, right? Fucking idiots. They're dumb fucks, alright? I'm so tired of it. At this point, you want to wring their fucking necks.
Your bullshit may sound like poetry to you, but to everybody else it sounds like just what it is. Bullshit!
William, 4442. Cheers, says, Phil, what's your opinion on Nintendo stock dropping sharply after their conference? Why do you think the stock is falling? Why are Nintendo fans attacking people genuinely worried about the future Switch sales? Number one, I didn't hear about that. And it's funny because I have all the gaming news feeds like on my social media, like Twitter and everything. I get all the gaming news. I didn't hear a single report that Nintendo stock sharply fell. So I don't know if what you're saying is true or not. My reaction right now is based solely off of your information you're providing me. So if I say something wrong or stupid, I apologize in advance, guys. I'm basing it off of information I was just told in this cheer, okay? So if this is true, and if Nintendo stock sharply fell, all right, the reason I would say that happened is because investors looked at this Nintendo conference, right, this Direct Digital, or whatever it's called, Digital Direct Treehouse event, whatever the fuck it is, and they say, now wait a minute, take a look. All the other major game publishers had big events. They had big hoopla around their events. They announced multiple games, right? And even though some of them did better than others, even though some of them had more direct information on the games coming out at this date or this time frame and others didn't, all right? Nintendo, sadly, just does this digital direct thing. They don't even make an effort to like promote their stuff at E3 outside of just a few games that they have there on display. They don't do a big show like everybody else does, okay? And what they showed at their digital direct was incredibly underwhelming. The only people who thought it was amazing were Nintendo fanboys. Who, you know, anything they get of Nintendo, immediately Nintendo won E3. If you actually think Nintendo won E3, you really need to reevaluate yourself as any kind of an objective person. Because there is no way anyone who watched all of E3 could actively, just in a right mind, say that Nintendo won E3. Nintendo announced 2 to 3 smaller release games, and their big game for the year, Smash, basically said, oh, by the way, don't expect a lot of new content in this game because there is none. All we're doing is we're bringing back all the characters that were in the previous games and 2 others, and that's it. Don't even ask us for more content because we really worked our butts off trying to tweak the game for competitive play. And they literally said that in the video, okay? So, you're an investor, all right? And you invested in Nintendo. The Switch sold huge. You had a great year last year, right? People were buying Switches like hotcakes because of Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey and all these great games, right? This year so far has been incredibly lackluster for the Nintendo Switch. They've had almost no high-profile releases whatsoever, anything to speak of. No one's really talking about the Switch right now. We're all wondering what's the next big release. So Tennis comes out next week, and then after that, you know, you've got a few kind of meh kind of releases between now and the fall. Unlike last year where we all had Mario Odyssey to look forward to, what's the big release for the Switch for the end of the year? Smash, that's it. And then they do this digital direct, and all they talk about is that there's not a lot of new content in the game because all they did was tweak the game and put in older characters, so don't ask for new content. And what do you think's going to happen to an investor? They're going to say, this is bad. You know, we were hoping Nintendo would come out and announce a bunch of slew of new first-party amazing games that people would want to buy the console more for, right? Or give us a slew of, you know, titles that are going to make a ton of money. And instead what you basically told us is here's one major game for the rest of the year, and it's not even impressive to anyone who's not a hardcore Smash player, right? So, you know, objectively, looking at the digital direct, these investors probably looked and said, this is bad news. You know, how are we gonna sell anything? How are we gonna make money on Nintendo when Nintendo has nothing to sell, right? And so, of course, the stock fell. They said, fuck it, dump it. Enough of this. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Nintendo has a way of kind of making you have hope that they're going to do something different or they're going to do something amazing. And they do have success. You know, when you look over the years, the Wii was a giant success and then a failure. The whole first half of the Wii, it was an insanely overblown success to the point where Nintendo didn't even know how to handle their success, and then the Wii just died completely. Then they released the Wii U, which was 100% a flop the entire time, but then they released Amiibos. That's a huge success. So now they released the Switch to huge success, and now year 2, the thing's flopping. So you see what I mean? Like, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. This is how it is with Nintendo. And I think maybe some investors are tired of the roller coaster. You know, they just want, when you're an investor, what you want is one of two things. Either you want consistency and increases, like consistent growth, or you want a quick buck. Those are the two things you want. You don't want a gamble. You don't want a stock that can go up, down, up, down, up, down at any time. So maybe they're just enough of the roller coaster ride. They unbuckled their seatbelts and they jumped the fuck off the coaster, you know? At least, you know, for someone who studied the business world, I would not want to invest in Nintendo. Fuck no. I'm serious. Like, I would, at this point, I'd be like, hell no. There's way more companies that are going to be way more consistent growth and stuff. I don't want to deal with this shit no more. Especially with the crazy-ass decisions they make and the things they do that gamers don't ask for. I've had enough. I'm tapping out. I'm out of here. So.
You serious?
Ren Jesse James did a 25-bit series of Japan Beats signing a deal with Simon Cowell. He takes literally every single video you've ever made and gives you a fraction of the ad revenue. Yeah, and here's the thing. The reason that Simon Cowell does that is because Simon Cowell feels that, number one, he found you as a talent. He recognized your talent. He brings you to the studio. He has people train you to become a higher talent, right? He has production crews come in and finance everything that you do as a musician or a talent. He has people come in and create your image, create a style, do photo shoots, advertisements. Basically, Simon Cowell creates you as a product, all right? And then he gives you a cut of the revenue as the talent, all right? So, I hate to say, a lot of, musicians, as they call themselves these days, which I don't even believe, I guess I should say this, singers or artists, are manufactured very much in a studio. And not to say that those people don't have talent, but who they are as a musical entity is manufactured, okay? And, that's Simon Cowell, that's what he does. He's the manufacturer of that content. So, fair enough. He created everything. He takes a lot of credit for it, right? Nintendo makes a video game. I play that video game and I add my unique style of commentary, my unique style of gameplay, my interactions with stream chat. All of that is my content, right? I created all of that. They don't get 100 at the very best. In reality, if Nintendo really wanted to argue that people who use game content from them, that they're owed money, fair enough, hash it out in court what the percentages are, but in no way, shape, or form will Nintendo ever win a case and say they own 100% of revenue on something that you use a game with one of their games for. That's ludicrous. That's absolutely ludicrous. Even Simon Cowell gives the person who he manufactured a cut of the money because he knows that that's legit, And that's the problem is it's horseshit that Nintendo thinks they owe all of it. We're just owed all of it. This is our content and our, no, it's not, fuckers. If I make a game review of Super Mario Odyssey, you don't own the fucking review. Not in one court of law on the planet will they rule that you own my fucking game review, you assholes. But that's what they do. It's like, it's so ludicrous what they say and do and get away with on YouTube. Okay? All right.
They're fucking nuts!
Dark Side Phil
is all three! All three! Stupid, full of shit, and fucking nuts! And where did he get that wife of his? Where did he get her, at a Halloween party or something? She looks like Prince Charles, for Christ's sakes! Let me ask you something. Does he actually have to fuck that woman? Huh? God help him, I wouldn't fuck her with a stolen dick.
Thanks for watching this DSP Tries It video. If you've enjoyed this video, then check out my Twitch page at twitch.tv/thatvideogamekiddo, and please help the channel out by donating to my Patreon at patreon.com/thedessertkiddo. And if you haven't done so already, then please check out my other DSP related videos, including my recent This Is How You Don't Play of Splatoon. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel for future content videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time, sayonara for now.